At CSB, we believe performance management should be human-centered, strategic, and deeply connected to our mission. That's why we've designed a model that goes beyond ratings and reviews. It's about aligning our daily actions with our shared purpose, reinforcing professional excellence, and equipping every team member with the clarity, support, and feedback they need to grow and thrive. In this session, we will break down each stage of the performance management model and provide key tools, resources, and practices associated with each one. All of the associated documents and templates can be found in the Leader Tools and Resources folder. There's a link on page 4 of the participant guide. Clarify is the first stage of our performance management model. Employees perform best when they understand what's expected, why it matters, and how success is defined. Providing clarity eliminates ambiguity and establishes a tone of accountability and growth. CSB uses a 5-point performance rating scale to assess performance. You can find this scale on page 5 of the participant guide. Measure is the second stage of the CSB performance management model. When an employee initially starts at CSB, their leader will include 90-day priorities in their onboarding plan. At the end of 90 days, the leader and employee will collaborate to establish performance objectives and document them on the performance conversation template. The link to both of these documents is on page 6 of the participant guide. The performance objectives you create should be SMART: specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and timely. On page 6 of your participant guide, there's a link to a document entitled Creating SMART Performance Objectives. The information in that document will guide you in this effort. In addition to the 3 to 5 job-focused objectives, be sure to include the culture and values objective. If you are a leader of people, add the people leader objectives. If you are an executive in the C-suite, add the executive objective in addition to the people leader objective. On page 6, there are links to the associated rubrics for each of those objectives to help you assess performance. A monthly work plan provides employees with a means to achieve their performance objectives. Instruct the employee to use this document to outline the high-level tasks that will help them achieve the performance objectives, the amount of time they will spend on each task each week, and the key deliverables that show their work. The monthly work plan template can be found on page 6 of the participant guide. Development objectives ensure that employees grow in their role. They serve as an opportunity to elevate strengths and close performance gaps. They should be tied directly to the outcomes of the performance objectives. Add development objectives to the appropriate section in the performance conversation template. If there is a cost associated with the development, please share that information with the Chief People and Culture Officer to ensure the cost is included in the workforce development budget. Coach is the third stage of the CSB performance management model. One way to coach is to conduct one-on-one conversations. These conversations are the heartbeat of ongoing performance management at CSB. These regular, intentional conversations between employees and leaders are not just administrative check-ins. They are essential for coaching, alignment, and development. When done well, they foster psychological safety, enhance trust, and improve outcomes. Leaders must hold one-on-ones at least bi-weekly for individual contributors and weekly for new hires or those managing complex projects or performance issues. The one-on-one conversation template will help leaders prepare and guide these conversations. Some leaders prefer that their employee sends a complete one-on-one conversation template to them prior to each meeting. It builds discipline and positions the employee as the lead of their work. The link to this template can be found on page 8 of the Lead with Clarity participant guide. Here are some best practices for one-on-one conversations. Tie check-ins back to the goals in the quarterly performance conversation document and the monthly work plan. Be present and listen actively. This is the time for your employee, not just your agenda. Ask open-ended questions to surface concerns and coach toward solutions. Balance tactical and strategic conversations to keep both the day-to-day and long-term in view, and follow through on action items to demonstrate commitment and reliability. Coaching also occurs during performance conversations. host quarterly performance conversations to assess employees' performance against set goals and criteria. These conversations provide valuable feedback, helping employees understand their strengths, areas for improvement, and how they align with organizational goals. Review performance objective and development plan progress and rate performance using the Performance Conversation document. The link is on page 8 of your participant guide. Once the conversation is complete, both the leader and the employee must sign the document. Reinforce is the fourth stage of the CSB performance management model. Reward the performance and behaviors that drive organizational success and hold employees accountable for those that don't. Here are a few ways to reward: spotlight acknowledgement, thank you notes or public shoutouts, stretch opportunities, developmental investment, and career conversations. Leaders use the employee conversation log template to document key conversations with team members, including coaching, check-ins, informal feedback, support, and development discussions. This tool helps ensure continuity, clarity, and shared accountability while fostering open communication and employee growth. The link to the tool can be found on page 10 of the participant guide. Leaders should complete each section thoroughly to capture context, track follow-up actions, and reflect on progress over time. Notes should be objective and constructive, supporting both the employee's success and the leader's effectiveness. Reinforcement includes constructive course correction. If you are experiencing challenges with employees, it's essential to maintain an incident log. Document each incident and address it with the employee. If you begin to see a trend, it's time to move from the incident log to the progressive discipline form. Leaders use this form to document situations and actions taken in accordance with the organization's disciplinary action policy. The link to these documents can be found on page 10 of the participant guide. Evaluate is the last stage of the performance management model. If you do the work of the first 4 stages, you will be evaluating all along. That's why we embed regular touchpoints and use data to inform action. The performance management calendar helps us to align the cadence. Refer to page 12 of the Lead with Clarity participant guide to learn more. Compensation will be variable, including bonuses based on individual or collective performance results. The amount of variable pay each employee receives will be directly linked to their achievements against the established performance metrics. By linking compensation to performance outcomes, this model encourages continuous professional development and excellence. The People and Culture team will conduct annual market rate reviews to ensure CSB's compensation remains competitive with industry standards. Market values for certain positions may remain stable, while others may fluctuate in response to shifts in the external market. If the market value of a position changes, the People and Culture team will make a recommendation to adjust the salary accordingly. All salary adjustments are contingent upon budget availability. Discretionary bonuses at CSB are awarded at the discretion of leaders, with the approval of the President and CEO. Leaders can request a bonus for employees who consistently go above and beyond by completing the Employee Bonus Request form. The link to this form is on page 13 of the participant guide. CSB provides an annual holiday bonus to all employees each December. While it is our intention to distribute the holiday bonus each year, its issuance is dependent on the organization's financial position at that time. Thank you for taking the time to learn how we lead with clarity here at CSB. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact the People and Culture team.